Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURSABRINA binti Abdul Shukur.
Hi, my name is Siti Sabrina binti HANAFI.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is NAJIHAH binti Abdul SAMAT.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is YASMIN binti AZMI.
Hi, my name is NURMAIZIERAH binti ROHAIZAD.
Hi and Assalamualaikum to Miss ROHAIZAD binti Johan. Today we are going to present our FIN555 group assignment. In this assignment, we have been selected 13 July 2021 as our cut-off date for every of each 5 company listed in Bursa Malaysia. We also apply 4 indicators to analyze the movement of the graph. The indicators that have been chosen are moving average convergence divergence MACD, stochastic, rate of change ROC, and relative strength index RSI. Sarawak Plantation Berhad was founded on 28 October 1997. SBP focuses on being the pioneer for the palm oil industry in Malaysia. Currently, SBP owns 20 oil palm estates which comprise 35,067 hectares. For this company, we are using rate of change ROC and relative strength index RSI. For current investor, it is good for them to sell the stock. Both of these indicators show a sell signal. Hence, it is advisable for the current investor to sell the stock as the candle try to make bullish but they cannot break the resistance and show a sell signal. The current investor tends to sell the stock because the price was not be able to break the resistance as it will lead to the no sign of moving up and sign of price rejection. For potential investor, it is advisable for them to hold and then buy the stock. Based on this indicator, it shows a weak buy signal. As we can see in this graph, both indicators are trying to show a buy signal by crosses below the zero line for ROC and crosses over 30% line for RSI. Unfortunately, this indicator shows a weak buy signal. Another reason why the potential investor should hold to buy is that the graph cannot make a bullish reversal as it cannot break the resistance. Hence, the graph creates a new support and resistance but it's not a strong buy signal. Lastly, a potential investor should wait to buy when the price is low and have a sign of the market going up.
ROI Corporation Berhad under the Plantation Industries, the company which is a downstream resource-based manufacturing company that conduct plantation and resource-based manufacturing in Asia, Europe and USA. According to the graph, existing investors shall hold the intention to sell until the price makes a breakout, while they also could prepare to buy. The current price is $3.67 per share. It is a downtrend. We can see the trend line touched 3 peaks of the graph. The trend line also shows lower high and lower low. The support line is at $3.667 while the resistance level is located at $3.974. Support line and resistance line are connected by a few prices that are lower than current price level. The current price is nearly above the support line and it indicates to make a new support line or make a reversal. The old support line also turned into a new resistance line. We choose 2 indicators, moving convergence divergence MACD and stochastic. For MACD, the company has strong short-term momentum. Based on the historical price, it indicates the investors the first buying signal in February. The first signal to sell is in January 2021. At the current price, it shows that MACD line is below the signal line. MACD histogram is negative nearly to zero line. So existing investors are advised to get ready to buy the stock or hold to sell. For stochastic, the existing investor indicate to buy the stock at the price of 3.670. Percent K line lies under the percent D line in the overbought range at the first signal to sell in January 2021. During the current price, the percent K line dropped to the oversold range at 20% along with the percent D line and indicates buy signal. For potential investors, it is advisable for them to hold for buying the stock based on the current price on 13th July 2021, which is 3.670. we suggest the potential investor should hold the intention to buy until the price makes a breakout or reversal.
Hello, I will continue with the third company, which is FGV Holdings Berhad. FGV Holdings Berhad is a global agriculture and agri-commodities company based in Malaysia. FGV is a global company that manufactures oil palm and rubber plantation product, oleochemical and sugar product. It was founded in 2007 as a commercial arm of the Federal Land Development Authority, which is FELDA, to manage investment in the upstream and downstream palm oil industry as well as other agri-businesses. As we can see in the chart, recently FGV is currently downtrend due to the break of the resistance line in mid-March 2021, as FGV creates a lower high and lower low, and it is forming a downtrend sloping line. However, if FGV is able to break the downtrend line, it will indicate that FGV can change the trend to uptrend, as an indicator from stochastic and MACD also shows a buy signal in the nearest time. Fewer resistance lines were made in the past few months at price 1.432, and this resistance line has been surpassed in April and May, while the support line was made on 1.343 and formed a breakline notice at the end of May and developed into a new resistance. Thus, the price of 1.274 in mid of June became a new support for FGV. The price trend currently consolidated, but there is no confirmation either it will go uptrend, as there is a break before this or still going downtrend. However, this trend will be assisted by the indicator that I use, which are stochastic and MACD, for justifying buy or sell signal. Based on the chart above, buy signal by using MACD indicator was spotted a few times in the past few months, which is on March, May, and the latest one is June. It is because the MACD line crossed above signal line near zero, as the black line, which is MACD line, moving near to zero line, and once it touched, thus it will confirm the buy signal for potential investor. But if the potential investor want to buy at the lowest price, they should purchase at the end of June, as it already shows a buy signal. However, for the existing investor, they shall hold to sell, as FGV shows the tiniest change of price and more to sideways in the nearest time, and also their buy signal was spotted. Furthermore, the stochastic also showed a numerous buy and sell signal in the past few months, as we saw on the chart. Several times past the oversold and overbought territory, but it shows more to buy signal in the nearest time. The buy signal spotted as oversold condition appeared in June, same as the MACD indicator. Thus, it is a buy signal for potential investor, as there is oversold condition, but for the existing investor, they should hold to sell, as there is also overbought condition in the nearest time. For the conclusion, I will recommend the potential investor to buy and the existing investor to hold to sell, as there is some news according to PM Muhyiddin Yassin, which is FELDA has the potential to reclaim its position as the world leading plantation group. The Prime Minister was also optimistic that the loan restructuring would allow FELDA to refocus its effort on strengthening its core business. Thus, it is suggested for potential investor can buy at the lowest price of 1.274 and buy at current price of 1.310 before it going uptrend. For the existing investor, I would recommend them to sell their stock at early of March, because that is the best time for investor to exit market, as the price at the highest to maximize profit, because there is a bull market.
Plantation Berhad is a Malaysia-based agriculture company specializing in oil palm plantation as well as the distribution of palm oil and other related goods. In 2017, the firm was listed on the Bursa Malaysia. The firm was established in 2004 and is located in Petaling Jaya, Selangor, Malaysia. The company's key projects are divided into three categories, which are upstream, downstream, and others. For the stock Plantation, we are using moving average convergent divergence MACD as our first indicator. As it shows in the chart above, from May 2021 to July 2021, Plantation Berhad stock shows a downtrend pattern. Downtrend occurs when prices make lower highs and lower lows. This indicates that resistance levels are above the price. It is suggested for the existing investors to sell their stock at at the first signal on 19 May 2021 with the open price of RM4.46 and the close price of RM4.39. If they miss the first signal, they would still get a profit because an oversold occurs on 27 May 2021. However, the stock failed to break through the resistance line. That is why the existing investor could sell their stock at the second signal on 3rd June 2021 with the opening price of RM4.50 and the closing price of RM4.40. There is a crossover and the MACD line falls below the signal line that indicates it is time to sell. For potential investors, we suggest them to hold to buy as at 30th July 2021. The investor should wait for a crossover to occur as currently the MACD line is still below the signal line indicating a bearish signal. We also use the rate of change ROC indicator in order to make a decision for existing and potential investors. Some Plantation stock has a ROC that falls below its moving average from May 2021 to July 2021. The negative ROC is likely to decline in value and can be seen as a sell signal to investors. On 17th May 2021, the ROC line already shows a sell signal because the stock is overbought. It is suggested for the existing investor to sell their stock at the opening price of RM4.66 and the closing price of RM4.50. Otherwise, they could also decide to sell their stock on 3rd June 2021 with the opening price of RM4.50 and closing price of RM4.40. The ROC line indicates low movement as it begins to move towards zero, indicating that buyers are losing control of the market. That is why on 30th July 2021, it is best for potential investor to hold to buy. The ROC line is far below from the moving average. They should consider buying the stock when the line is above the zero line, just like 26 April 2021.
Genting Plantation Berhad. Genting Plantation Berhad is a plantation operating investment holding company. The company is founded in 1977 as Asiatic Development Berhad. The company's stock was listed on the Bursa Malaysia in 1982. Genting Plantation Berhad was officially changed to the listing name in 2009 and is still used as for today. For current investor, it is better for them to hold the stock and then sell when there is a clearer signal. To analyze the indication of the buy and sell signal for this company, we use ROC indicator and RSI indicator. Firstly, for the ROC indicator, there are few buy and sell signals that was marked on the chart. As for the newest signal, which is shown in the early of July, it indicates that there are a sell signal. Sell signal for ROC indicator is shown when the ROC line is crossed below the zero line and creating a downtrend slope. Therefore, we advise that all the current investors to sell their stock at the cut-off date as the current trend is also in a bearish trend. Next, for the RSI indicator, there are only buy signals shown on the chart. The signal is shown when the RSI line is at below the 30 line, which is in oversold range, and move up crossing the oversold line. For the recent trend, current investors are recommended to hold the stock to sell. This is because investors can wait until the price increases higher and when the RSI indicator cross above the oversold line. So, to maximize the profit gain, we recommended that the investor should hold to sell the stock. Next, we believe that potential investors have to hold their resolution to buy this stock. This is because, as referred to the ROC indicator, currently there are only sell signals shown in the chart. So, the current price is a little bit high for the new investor to buy this stock. Potential investor can hold to buy this stock when the ROC line rises up to the zero line and make a downtrend slope. Our decision for the potential investor is supported by the RSI indicator that currently is in the oversold range. Potential investor is advised to hold the stock to buy when the RSI line is making a rise, causing the oversold range.
To conclude that all companies in the plantation industry have a different selection for the potential and existing investor. 3 out of 5 companies that we observe show the situation to hold to buy and sell the stock decision for both potential investor and existing investor. Samdari Plantation Berhad, Sarawak Plantation Berhad and Genting Plantation Berhad are the 3 companies that are going to reduce stock prices as there are certain issues and factors associated with these companies. For overall quality, the plantation industry is one of the strongest in financial performance.